Welcome back to another video, folks. Today I got a webtoon slash manhwa that I wanted to recommend it to you guys as I feel like it's a potential banger. And this is an early recommendation because I haven't actually checked out like a majority of the chapters. I've only read like 12 chapters of it, and so far the premise seems interesting. The art is pretty good too, you know, it's not too bad. As you can see from the panel over here, this is our main character and these are his pieces, which the name of the manhwa is called The 31st Piece Overturns the Table, or The 31st Piece Turns the Table. It's either one of the two titles or something similar to that. And yeah, so let's get right into it. You know, you want to know if it's good or not. So we have our main character, King Seol, this guy over here. He's basically a loner, you know. He didn't really socialize too well with others, and other people didn't really socialize with him either. I forgot the main reason behind it because it's been like a couple days since I read it. You know, only 12 chapters is not really too great amount for me to remember too much because nothing crazy has happened yet, okay? It's gradually building up, which is why I feel like it has potential, but it's not trash either. So with that aside, he has these dreams, you know, after going through like many moments of being a loner. He sleeps and he has this dream of being in this heavenly place where he plays a game called the World of Eternity, and he plays them against people who wear masks. He wears a mask as well because once he arrives in that place, someone gives him a mask. It's like a chick that has a mask as well, and these people are apparently known as gods, and they play a game known as the Eternity something, the World of Eternity. So this game is basically like a dice rolling game. You roll the dice, you get like some special attacks, and then you move your characters and you level up your characters too. You basically choose different characters you want to have. It's like sort of a board game, and he plays around them, you know. He plays like for a long ass time too, until he actually becomes an adult, like in IRL, because this dream started since he was a kid and it's been consistent, you know. I don't know why he's able to have these dreams, but let's just say he is. And everyone goes by a nickname based on their mask. He's known as the Snowman, you know, and he is a Giga Chad when it comes to this game, okay, because he is a beast. He has 30 pieces that are actually very good and potential to have become the best, but they weren't, you know. That's why the title of the name is The 31st Piece Overturns the Table, and the reason it's called the 31st is because he actually becomes a player in this board game, and I'll explain to you how that is and whether that is a good thing, it sounds like a good thing, or if it's a bad thing, which you'll find out real quick, you know. Yeah, as you can see, it didn't turn out too well, you know. He trusted these people because he's played the game with them for a very long ass time, you know. Remember how I said he was a loner, and he interacts with these people since he was like a little kid, and now he's like a full-on ass adult, even though to them he looks like an adult because since the mask, he looked like an adult ever since he put on the mask. So yeah, but he sees them as very close friends. But once they find out that he's actually human, because you remember I told you guys like they were gods or something, they find that he's human and they're like, ew, disgusting horse shit, mongrel, get out, I can't believe we were playing with such dirty scums, you know. They really hate the idea of playing with ningen, you know, freaking humans, disgusting. So the launch of the game begins, the World of Eternity, you know, because all this time that he was playing this game, it was actually in beta or alpha, whichever the one it was. It's basically, it was in testing, and now they'll launch it worldwide, including Earth. And so they're like, goodbye, trash can of a human, and they send him to the game. Now, what happens when you take the best player that was in the game that had 30 of his game pieces to reach potential heights but failed, and he's still the best in the game among all these other gods? What happens if you put him in the game itself? I wonder, you know. So that's basically what it happens, and so he jumps into this game. I haven't seen him interact with other players yet because it's only been 12 chapters, but we'll get to see that later on. So it's been pretty interesting, and he decides he'll take revenge on these pieces of scum, you know, because hey, trust, and he got stabbed in the back. There is one god though that isn't a piece of scum, or at least so far isn't. He's helped him like a bit because he's talking to him telepathically. He's like, hey yo, chill out, you gotta lay low, do not show most of your powers, you know, hide them so they don't actually see it. And it's a pretty interesting game, you know, because he plays with other players that he takes. So he isn't actually the one that like fights head on. He has to have characters that fight for him. You know, he's basically like the dice game that he was playing, and he knows all these patterns and one of these secret levels. So it's pretty interesting to watch. The art is pretty good, as you can see in these panels. Like, it's pretty mighty fine. I'm not so keen about the character design because I feel like kind of looks whack. But you know, besides that, it's all right. You know, I don't know what's up with this dog collar freaking tattoo over here. I don't know about that. It feels like he has a leash on or something. But yeah, that's all I have for these panels. Hopefully you guys like this manhwa, and if you have actually read more than I have, let me know in the comments. Is it good? Does it get better later on? Or am I just talking absolute smack and this is actually pretty trash? Because hopefully it's not, man. I only read like 12 chapters. I'm like dying of good manhwas, you know. There is one Chinese manhwa, you know. I know they don't have good rep that I've actually checked out. It seems pretty good. It's a tree one. It has something to do with the main character being a tree. Now I'll let you guys know if that's good or not the more I read it, which will be more later on in videos, you know. But tomorrow is the solo leveling episode. 2 episodes gets dropped, you know. So you can await the manhwa comparisons. So hopefully the animation there is good. But enough of that. Check out this manhwa called The 31st Piece Overturns the Table. And yeah, that's it from me. See you guys next time. Peace.